Hi guys, Senior NFL reporter Carmen Vitali here. It's Tuesday, August 9th, and here is TDN Daily's top story. Jets left tackle Mekhi Becton could be lost for the season before it even starts. He left practice early on Monday and was limping pretty badly according to reports, but early on it was thought that the injury was going to be no big deal. His surgically repaired knee was stable, and they didn't think it was going to be an issue. Fast forward to Monday evening, and now Connor Hughes of SNY is reporting that it is a patella and kneecap injury, and there are legitimate fears that Mekhi Becton could be lost for the season for the Jets already. Now, he's still undergoing testing. They will do some further evaluations, but then Robert Saleh came out this morning on WFAN and said, yeah, the prognosis doesn't look good. And you never want to hear that out of your head coach, especially at such a pivotal position for a guy that had been trending upwards coming into this camp. Mekhi Becton has had issues in the past with weight gain and coming into camp or mini camp or whatever organized team activities, either overweight or out of shape. That was not the case coming into training camp this year. All off season, he had been training in Frisco, Texas with Duke Manyweather, who is an offensive line trainer out there. And I actually got to sit in on a couple of those sessions, and he was at O-line Masterminds, kind of really putting forth a lot of effort. He looked great. Those sessions were hard. Those sessions were insane. And you had guys like Teron Armstead and Eric McCoy and big-time veterans in this league that were in his sessions with him, helping him through training and everything like that. So you thought that this could be the year. He had injury issues last year. He was going to come in this year. He was in shape. He was ready to go. And you just hate to see this happen, especially when the Jets really don't have any good options now at left tackle to protect their second-year quarterback in Zach Wilson, who, oh, by the way, is also expected to make a big jump this season. And the number one thing for a developing quarterback is his offensive line and how well he is protected. It's really hard to get anything done and avoid injury even if you are behind a line that you just can't rely on. Now, Becton's immediate backup is Connor McDermott. He is listed as the backup for both right and left tackle, and also sat out of practice on Monday as he is dealing with an ankle injury. The team signed Caleb Benenoch on Monday evening, who is a veteran offensive lineman. He has played all across the line, usually at guard. He was actually with the Bucs a couple of years ago. He's been a journeyman kind of since then, and he is listed currently as fourth on the depth chart behind Mekhi Becton for that left tackle spot. So it's something to monitor for Jets fans. This kind of takes the wind out of the sails of an otherwise really good offseason for the Jets. And I think not that there were contention hopes for this season for the Jets, but I think that everyone was looking for both the offense and the defense to make a huge step forward. The defense got a couple good pieces in the offseason. And, you thought that New York was kind of putting it together, and this kind of takes the wind right out of their sails. That was the top story as of my prep time coming into this video. As I've been doing this video, there has been some breaking news in my town that I'm currently in. Chicago Bears linebacker Roquan Smith is requesting a trade. So Roquan Smith doesn't have representation. He is representing himself in these negotiations with the Chicago Bears. He has currently been on a hold-in at Hallis Hall. He's been, according to the coaches, especially when I was up there last week, he had been participating in meetings. Players had said that he was still around, he was still available, he was still dialed in. Well, now, and I'm going to pull up, he has now done one of the infamous, I don't know if you can see this, the notes requests, where he has informed the city of Chicago, Bears fans worldwide. He says, I have officially requested a trade. Just writing these words is deeply painful. Now, he goes in to say that he is super, he was honored to play for the Bears, that, the expectation for especially linebackers in this organization with their storied history was what an honor to play for. And he felt that he had to meet that standard every single day he went out there. And he goes on to say that he felt like he has met that standard. And he says, unfortunately, the new front office regime doesn't value me here. They refuse to negotiate in good faith. Every step of this journey has been take it or leave it. The deal sent to me is one that would be bad for myself and for the entire linebacker market if I signed it. So there had been reports coming out that the two sides were very far from a deal. Again, Roquan Smith does not use an agent. He is representing himself in these negotiations. But I think everyone thought in Chicago that, especially because he was on the hold in, something was going to happen, something was going to get done. And this is certainly a turn of events for me. I mean, I'm kind of live reacting to this right now. And that defense, I mean, Roquan Smith is kind of the crux of that defense. You can talk about Robert Quinn, who on the outside, who is a veteran who had 18 and a half sacks last year, the single season franchise record for the Bears. But he himself is admittedly a kind of lead by example type guy. He's not a very vocal leader. You talk to him in press conferences, he's very soft spoken. That's not his role. That is Roquan Smith's role. He is in the middle of that defense. He's directing traffic in front of him, behind him, and he is the one that gets all those guys going. And losing him in the middle of this defense, in the middle of a 4-3 defense, where he was going to be so crucial, or is so crucial, to what they want to do schematically, on top of the energy, on top of all of the intangibles that he brings. This is catastrophic for the Bears. We know that they're in a rebuild. We know that there are, this is not a year of contention necessarily for them either, but there weren't as many concerns about the defense. We haven't been talking about the defense because the defense largely seems like it's going to be okay. You look at the offense, you look at Justin Fields' development, all that other stuff. But if the offense doesn't have a defense to rely on, that's even more of an uphill battle than Justin Fields was already facing. And for someone that has meant so much to the city of Chicago, for him to not feel like this new regime cares or values him, that indicates to me that there is some culture issues going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, that we haven't seen, that like there's little cracks in the foundation, right? There's Tevin Jenkins, who missed a lot of practices kind of under suspicious circumstances, I guess. It was said that it was injury, but no, the injury was never disclosed. And you just start to see that this new regime is kind of, I don't know, it's like out with the old, in with the new. They only trust the guys that they brought in. But that still, to me, is very surprising, considering that Roquan Smith, I think, is by far and away one of the Bears' best players and league-wide is respected. So this is a very interesting development. We're going to keep an eye on it, keep looking at it. I'm sure there's going to be a ton more news coming out about it today. This is just my initial reaction. But you guys were here for it because, it happened while we were recording. So for Tuesday, August 9th, those are the day's top stories now. I'm Carmen Vitali, senior NFL reporter for the Draft Network. This was TDN Daily. I will see you tomorrow.